Alright. I'm not gonna say that I like YouTube or Google at this point. I never judge people, but I can sure as hell judge a platform. Um, yeah, so Google, not even just YouTube, Google in general is pissing me off. Sorry, I'm not holding back my language in this video, so if you're under the age of, I don't care what age you are, and you don't want to hear some swearing, then please fuck off. And in a polite way, please just like kindly fuck off. Don't just like fuck off, but kindly fuck off. Because I'm honestly pissed and I don't want to offend anyone, but I also am unable to hold back at this point. So let me get into the details of it. For anyone who's not aware, YouTube is owned by Google. I mean, you should know that, knowing all the stuff that's been going on. People have said that a million times. And they tend to censor out things that they don't like, such as, oh, I don't know, video games. I don't know why I copied that by accident. Such as video games with violence. Yeah. So let me explain it this way. There was a Mortal Kombat game, and I was searching because I saw a MatPat video on it, saying that there are a lot of games on YouTube that are just simply unsearchable. Nothing in it can be found. And here's the ticker. And I keep saying that actually, now I think about it, I always say that. YouTube has censored out things such as blood and gore, but you can still find things such as adult films. And like I said, if you don't want to hear me swear, you probably don't want to hear about adult films. So I hope you guys fucked off if you didn't want to hear about that. There are adult films on YouTube that you can actually still find by just searching adult films in the search bar. It doesn't come up as a thing that you can search for. It doesn't come up as a recommended search or a past search of anyone. It just simply, you have to search it, and you'll find plenty of them. At YouTube, is there a reason I can find adult films on your platform, but it's impossible to find videos of certain games? Are you claiming films with breasts and sexual intercourse are less offensive as video games with mild blood? FYI, many of the adult films have violence too. Not to mention, at YouTube, I can find hundreds of videos with breasts as the thumbnail. Not even censored, mind you. Yet a drop of blood in the thumbnail has been banned before. And yes, there have been videos that have been deleted. There have been channels who have been banned because of strikes due to that. It's pretty fucked up. Search adult films and hundreds of bare breasts appear. Fix your algorithm or keep line, your choice. Now let me show you guys why I'm upset. This honestly wouldn't make me upset until I did this. This is my more inappropriate account that I'm currently looking at. But what happens when I send it to Missive? There we go. This is my YouTube channel. Send to that. Send that. Come on, send. There we go. You'll see I get no notifications. Move all of that out of the way. I get no notifications. However, I get an email saying I got a message. Well, let me try this. Let me send myself a message that isn't that. Hi. Oh, look, I get a notification from that. Let me explain it this way. Note this one right here, the little Twitter notification always comes before the email notification, just moments before. Yet I only get an email and no Twitter, which means that they're taking the Twitter notification away and just sending me the email one, which Gmail does that. So Google, if you're gonna fix your crap, maybe make sure that Gmail, your own email accounts, don't get notifications for that. Actually, by the way, don't do that, because Twitter has been known to have glitches with such a thing and notifications being, oh, I don't know, canceled out. I know you guys don't own Twitter, but whatever. And I'll explain why that's important that they don't own it in a second. Twitter is, or things on Twitter you don't always get notifications for. That's just kind of a bug in the system, as they claim. YouTube, you don't always get notifications for people you even have notifications on for if YouTube decides it's not right. And if you do that to Google, your own Gmail, I feel like that would raise more eyebrows and you'd get completely shut down as a company for completely limiting freedom of speech, which, by the way, is illegal. Yeah, you heard me right. It is illegal to limit freedom of speech. You can do that if you are a publisher. You, YouTube, and Google, and all of you above, are not a publisher. You're a forum. You consider yourself a forum. You even call yourself the YouTube forum, not the YouTube publishing company. And by the way, for anyone who's not aware, publishers can limit what they allow onto their products, what they publish, they're just whatever they give out. Forums cannot. Forums are completely run by the participants in the forum. Publishers are run by a sole part of that company that then sends out whatever they think is the best one or the most appropriate. Forums cannot do that. Forums are considered illegal if they do that. But let me do this. Let me go to my other account and show you guys why this is important. This is my YouTube account. As you can see, I've actually tried doing this video 3 times. That one was just a test one up at the top, and I sent myself this. So this is something I've been trying out for a while, and I've also got to point out, I've done this on 3 different devices. My phone, my tablet, and my older phone. The one I'm recording on right now is my newer one. That was the first one I did it with, and then I did it on my other phone that's kind of cracked, but I can still get it across. Now this is the problem. These 3 right here are all from different devices, all at different times. As you can see, they're a few minutes apart, but this one's almost a half an hour. Actually, it's more than a half an hour after that one. And notification problems, if you don't get a notification once, it's normally fixed within a minute or so. But here, we got all this. And you don't get a notification for the other one, by the way. It's just if you send something a minute later, you'll normally get a notification for it. So this is just proof that I'm not getting notifications. And all of these 3 times I've tried recording the video. My old screen recorder didn't work, which is why I'm using this one now. But yeah, so it just kept deleting the video automatically because I didn't know how to stop the damn recording. But let's go to my actual account. Or profile, whatever. I made a tweet talking about this. Like I said, this is my YouTube account. I'm going to start off with the top tweet. Yeah, I retweeted my old one, and I said, yeah, the platform needs to be fixed, or lawsuits would follow. I'm already aware of one major lawsuit that will revert YouTube to its old ways. Also, I find it interesting that when I sent this tweet to myself, no notifications appeared, almost as if @Twitter is working with them. And then I found out they are. @Twitter, is there a reason you've not allowed notifications for a message I sent myself concerning a valid set of points arguing against YouTube? I sent the message several times, yet I received 0 notifications. It seems as if something isn't right here. And these are just pictures of the tweets being sent, and then I got an email notification, but nothing else. That's just a screenshot from prior of these 2 other things up there. And I said, and here's the kicker. There is, not this is, this will say there is. Also, I'd love it if Twitter could fix that you could actually edit tweets. This is an agreement between Twitter and Google, owner of YouTube, that allows Google full access of the tweets that are in Twitter's site. I'm sure this would give them the ability to limit freedom of speech by doing as I suspected above, literal proof. Anyone who wishes to test my theory, send an alternative account a message with a link to a tweet that badmouths YouTube and see if you receive a notification. I've tested it on 3 devices now, and no notifications have appeared. If this is the case, Google needs to stop. And if you guys didn't know, there is a literal agreement between Google and Twitter, as shown here. This is from an article talking about an agreement that they had that was announced. The partnership means that Google now has access to the stream of tweets known as the Firehose. The Firehose, aptly named, sprays nearly 9,000 tweets per second as of the time writing them into the ether of the internet, as if Google doesn't have to index enough information. In the old world, Google used to crawl. Okay, yeah, this is just talking about their old past, how they used to do whatever. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Instead, Google now has complete access to the Firehose. Why else would Google want to cozy? So literally, they can do whatever they want with tweets, is what I'm seeing, and that also includes maybe eliminating notifications of tweets they don't like. Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, I had 3 people tell me that they didn't get notifications of my tweet going out, by the way. So it's not just theory. I had one of my friends text me on my actual cell phone, because him and I are going to the state fair soon. He claims that he didn't get any notification yet. He has notifications on for me. He should be getting notifications for everything I tweet. I'm like, okay, well, um, that's fine. I'll just have to see what's going on there. And right now, I can't do anything else. There's nothing I can do other than talk about this and show you guys proof that I'm pretty sure is enough. And I will tell you right now, Google is completely fucked up. I don't give a shit whether or not you're owned by Google, YouTube. Your algorithm is getting blamed. And whenever someone talks about it on any other forum that is owned by YouTube or works with YouTube, or not YouTube, owned by Google or works with Google, they somehow don't get anything across because people don't see it. Well, ain't that a funny little joke? Just fix your shit. Stop making excuses. Stop ignoring the fact. Work on what you have to do. Period. Not only are you ignoring constructive criticism, I can understand ignoring criticism, but if it's constructive, you cannot. As a company, you rely, and this is always my argument for companies that are stupid like this, you are a company that relies on your people. You rely on views or people who use your resources. And when they give you constructive criticism, maybe use that to enhance their experience and therefore make them want to come back. Enhance the time for both parties. And this is the issue, is they don't get that. And instead of just acknowledging it or ignoring it, they simply delete it, saying, oh, well, it can't bother us if it's not there. Yeah, that's not how it works. You're only creating more problems in the long run. Google, all I have to say is go fuck yourselves. Until you fix this shit, go fuck yourselves. Now, I'll admit I am pretty hateful towards Twitter right now, because they're allowing this, and I'm extremely hateful towards anything owned by Google, because this is just unfair and it's against the amendment itself. Yeah, you heard me right. It's breaking freedom of speech. By the way, I know it's the First Amendment. Shut up. It's just stupid. And by the way, like I said, forums cannot limit freedom of speech. They can't. They can limit illegal actions being shown on the internet, but they cannot limit freedom of speech. They can stop actions, but they cannot stop words. If something illegal is currently going on in a video, yes, they have full authority to shut it down. However, if it's not illegal and it's not physically hurting anyone, any real people, therefore video games are not relevant because, by the way, it's not illegal to kill someone in a video game. Nor is it illegal to watch things that are of fictional characters. It's just not. It might be frowned upon, yes, because it's encouraging that stuff, but it's not actually doing it. Therefore, it's not an illegal action. And that's why a lot of people don't realize that lolly hentai, yes, I'm going to talk about lolly hentai, is not illegal. Simply because the characters are fictional, and the reason why sexual abuse towards children is considered, or child pornography, child sex, whatever, child rape, I guess is a better way to phrase it. The reason why that is considered against the law is because it is abusive towards the child. It is hurtful and harmful to them. However, when it's a fictional character, they cannot press those charges because the character doesn't exist, therefore no harm can come to them. And there is actually a set of laws specifically designated to stop things from being pressed as charges towards fictional characters. You cannot press charges for someone, doing it with someone who's not of the age, if they're not real. And I'm not saying I encourage it, because I completely don't. But this is what YouTube is taking. They're like, oh, well, we don't like this. It's morally wrong. Therefore, it should not be on the internet. No. Freedom of speech allows, and freedom of creation also. Freedom of creation, freedom of speech. Just the freedoms that people have in general are being completely limited and shut down by you, which is completely illegal. And that is why this one big lawsuit is going through. And that's why I'm happy that you will be fucked. Because it is proven that you are breaking the law. And I will tell you guys right now, the moment that YouTube says, oh, well, it's our algorithm and we can't provide that information, yeah, you have to. In a case this large, the algorithm will have to be shown, which they have refused to do. It's a top secret thing, apparently, or whatever. the YouTube algorithm is going to be shut down or just reverted to its original state. Because originally YouTube was really good about it. They were able to limit less, yes, way less, but they didn't limit things that shouldn't be limited. They might not be able to limit what they should, but it's better to sometimes not limit something that you aren't aware is there than to limit things that you know are there and just don't like. Do you see what I'm saying? And if this lawsuit does go through, then they will have to revert to the old algorithm or just manually doing it themselves, which, by the way, is going to be a pain in the ass for them. So I suggest that they fix it now, or the lawsuit will fuck them over. And I don't remember who the lawsuit was between. I read an article on it, and I saw an ad on YouTube. Ain't that funny? I'm glad they don't have control over what ads they show, because apparently they don't. Ads literally will appear that are against YouTube and talk about things YouTube doesn't like. And even some ads have extremely abusive language, and they don't even limit that. That's the funny thing, is YouTube has no control over what advertisements do as long as they're getting paid for it. Like, YouTube. Either way, I'm going to end this video here before I go into too much of a rant. But I saw the lawsuit on a video, and I looked at the article for it. I don't remember who it's between. It's between a publishing firm, I don't remember, or not firm, publishing, I guess it's more of a site, who has their own YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure. I went and checked out their channel, and not sure how big it is, because I just saw that they have a channel. And I'll see if I can find that later, and I'll make a different video someday on that, but right now, it's just pissing me off that they don't seem to care about freedom of speech, which, by the way, everyone is allowed to have, but if you own a company, you don't get to restrict it. Unless you are a publisher, but it's already confirmed there that, once again, publishers have that right because they are fully in control of what they allow to be published. YouTube is not a publishing site, it is a forum, therefore it is made by the people, for the people, and that's the thing. Publishers are made by a company for the people. That's basically the easiest way to describe it. Anyways, I'm going to end this crap here. It just really pissed me off, and I hope that you guys will share this video to people who are not offended by the language I used, and make sure that it's not just let go, because this is not fair. Google is taking control of the world and basically eliminating freedom of speech on the entire internet, and that's not cool. So, anyways, that's all. Bye.